What's going on, everybody? Anon here, and I'm with TBH, and we just got finished watching the first few episodes of Drifters, which is pretty much an anime about some of the greatest fighters and conquerors throughout history, dying, or at their point of death being transported to what seems like a new dimension or a new area where there's two warring kingdoms, one being led by a person or an entity called the Black King, and another by some other nigga who I honestly can't remember. And here we are watching this anime dubbed, obviously, because if you don't know, now you know. But that's what we do. We watch dubbed out here, and I have to say, my first impressions of this shit is like, I thought niggas. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't believe the comment section was gonna have our back with this one, because I watched the first episode with Ethos and them after we had finished ReZero, and I don't know, I guess it was because I watched it subbed and I kind of was just like tired of watching anime that day, but I didn't fuck with it. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm fucking with it now. I'm fucking with it now. What do you think, TPH?
Yo, what's up? What up to the people? You know what I'm saying? It's the voice of the dub community. I am your leader. If you got a problem with dub anime, tell them I said suck my dick. Anyways, Drifter was fire. Yo, this shit was fire. Like it's like Anon said, I did not expect this shit to be good. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all be leaving little suggestions, and now when I read the comment section, I be looking at the comment section with the conceited face, like I don't know, because a handful of them suggestions y'all been making, I don't know, bro. But this joint, I ain't gonna lie, it's fire, because like. It intrigued me on multiple levels, because not only does it start off with the first episode was great. It started off fast paced, started off with him pull it up, really showing what the main character, I think his name like Tachimisi Toyota or something like that. And it starts with him pulling up and really just start doing his thing. And it also intrigued me because I'm big on history. I find history is always my favorite subject in school. And like in this anime, like there's all different types of conquerors in the show that come. Because my theory with the show is, I don't know if you brought this up. My theory is it starts off with the dude dying and he ends up in purgatory, and the guy who's in control of purgatory is sending the dudes off to different dimensions, different, like, what is it? Here's a better analogy, like the Flash, where Mati Itu Toyota comes from is Earth 1. He ends up dying in the beginning of the anime. And then he ends up in purgatory and he gets sent to Earth 2. And on Earth 2, there's like these elves that don't speak English being ruled by these evil dictators or whatever. And for some reason, the dude in purgatory is sending all the Earth 1's greatest warriors to Earth 2. And it was like, it was like Jonah Arc there. She was turned the fuck up. The Sundance Kid, which is like a famous
but she also had jutsus and shit.
Yeah, she was doing all types of jutsus. The Sundance Kid from like the Old West, who was basically fucking McCree, just alting everybody high noon. And it was fucking Hannibal from like Rome. It was a bunch of different like famous figures just popping up, and he teams up with like two other drifters. And basically, from what we watch, it looks like they're about to start a rebellion to try to take back the kingdom from the Dark King. What did you think of the Dark King? Or the Black King? What did you think of the Black King?
That nigga looks like Reaper and Sevarog and Xerxes had a fucking child. Well, he sounds like, I don't know, I feel like that nigga looks like Xerxes. I don't know, we haven't seen his face yet, but I don't know. I think it's interesting. I think there's something much bigger going on there, because he don't, like, I remember you said that he possibly was a drifter, but I don't know, because it seems like there's something a lot more supernatural going on with him. Like when he pulled up to that damn that hog and he like healed his wounds and shit like that, and like he has like this Sauron all-seeing eye, Lord of the Rings type shit.
So you don't think he's a drifter? What do you think he could be?
I don't know. I think he's some sort of deity, because he said, I used to love humanity, and then they forsake me or some shit like that. So now I've joined forces with the baser creatures and shit like that, and I'm gonna destroy them or something like that, which sounds a lot kind of like a deity kind of story. I wanted to say Lucifer, but Lucifer didn't love humanity.
My thing is, like, the reason I think he's a drifter is because all drifters are humans. And it's like you just said, he said that they forsake me. That sounds like some human emotional shit. That sounds like somebody who got left in the trenches and didn't appreciate it. and he found asylum on a different dimension, the one that now the drifters are in. Now he's trying to take revenge on everybody or something like that.
Huh.
That's just my theory. I don't know, because like I said, we only watched 4 episodes so far, you guys, and just kind of wanted to share our opinion on it. But so far, like, if I get some positives, other positives, like the shit is bloody as fuck. It's gory.
Super bloody.
Like, this is one of those ones, like, it's not safe for work, not because there's a lot of fan service in it. There's hardly any, actually, which I appreciate. That's a bonus to me. But it's not safe for work just because, like, people are getting their heads cut off. People are getting their gut. There was, like, one scene where dude got the fucking sword bashed into his fucking face and his teeth were coming out and shit. Yeah. So if there's kids around and shit, I wouldn't watch this one. But I enjoy the maturity.
Right.
Other positives, I like the animations. But if I could say one negative, the show tries to force funny shit, and it doesn't fit the overall tone of the anime. There will be scenes where, like, they're plotting as a group to try to get into a fight to save the day or whatever. The next thing you know, it just goes into, like, it reminds me a lot of Naruto. I know you guys are going to hear me say that a lot, but I am a casual anime fan, so that's what I'm going to draw comparisons to, so I don't give a fuck. It reminds me a lot of Naruto with, like, these, like, silly faces and shit, and, like, they get in, like, these high-pitched voices, and, like, the jokes are so forced.
It's like everybody has an inner Sakura face.
Yeah.
When they get into the joking mood, and it's just kind of like, why are you doing this? Like, you just completely fucked up the entire pace of the episode.
I'm okay with, like, the show being serious and taking itself seriously, just because, like I said, the story elements are actually interesting. Yeah,
and it's so mature. Like, I'll say the same thing pretty much. I got the same positives. I didn't like the art style at first, but it's grown on me. It kind of reminds me of Attack on Titan. I definitely like the animation. The animation looks great. The fights are flashy and gory, and I'm all about that shit. But yeah, just the pacing. It'll seem like such a good episode, or like a really a speech will get delivered, like an incredible monologue will get delivered, and then, like, they'll just break it up with forced comedy, and it fucks up the pacing for me. But it's not so much that I'm going to say that I don't want to watch it, but it really does hurt the show. Whereas I feel like if they had made it 100% serious and taken itself serious, then I would be just fine with it. Because some shows, don't take yourself too seriously, but I feel like this is one of those shows that actually, like, works. Like, if I were to draw a comparison, like how we saw Michiko and Hachin, like, you can tell that there's some serious themes in that show. Obviously, like abandonment and abuse and things like that, but it doesn't take itself seriously all the time, and the tone fits for it. Where I feel like here, the tone doesn't fit for it not to take itself seriously, and the level that it tries to break it up with the comedy is just way too light. It's not like an offhanded dark joke or a few dark jokes. It's like oh my god, like really trying to be comedy to, like, some cringe level shit sometimes.
It almost comes across as they don't know what they want to do, or they don't want to be as far as, like, a genre goes. Like, if I were the animators and I really felt the need to interject some comedy in there so it's not too serious, I would have gone for more of a dry, sarcastic type of humor amongst, like, banter amongst the three main
amongst
characters.
The characters, exactly.
And versus, like, they're going for more of, like, a childish, playful humor, and it just doesn't fit the tone of the overall anime. I would have preferred more, like, mature jokes. Was there anything else that you really disliked about it?
I do like the characters. I think they're interesting. I've always heard about Nobunaga, and like and same with you. Like I fuck with history, so it'll be interesting to hear about some of the players from that are real or were real pop up in this show. But I mean, that's all I have to say. Ultimately, I think this is dope. This is definitely worth, like, a watch, and people should check it out.
So what would you rate this anime? Like, well, what type of scale would you give it?
That's good. Damn. Let me see.
I'll go first. On a scale of, like, Magikarp to, like, Dragonite, I give it a Gyarados. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's glowed up. It's glowed up. it's like a 7.5 for me so far. I really wanted to give this an 8, but it's like just the comedy, the comedy sections, especially in that third episode. Like half the episode was like comedy bullshit. And I'm just like, come on, bro, pull up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then they end the show right when it's about to pull up. So it's like, it feels like you wasted an episode. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I give it a solid Gyarados. You feel me? It's dope. But right now, we're gonna see where it goes later on in the show. Maybe they tone down on that a bit more. Maybe the score goes higher.
I think I'm actually gonna finish this one just because if anything, I want to see how it plays out. The revelation of who the actual Black King or Dark King, whatever, Black Chicken King is. I just want to see like what's his story, like what's his motive. I want to see how that plays out. I feel like there'll be some dope battles towards the end. Do you think you'll finish this one?
Yeah, I'll finish this for sure.
True. And yeah, those have been our thoughts on Drifters. Feel free to let us know what you guys thought in the comment section below. Feel free to also leave some suggestions for other animes for us to check out. Also, leave a like on the video. And yeah, this has been TBH and Anon, the internet's top casual anime reviewers, watching anime dubbed one episode at a time. And hey, listen, we don't care if you read the manga. If you got a problem with us watching dubbed, you can suck our dicks. Bye.